What's up, everybody? Uh, Welcome to this episode of Between Us. I have Mr. Brian Lassane here with me tonight, um, owner of Unchecked Designs, Unchecked Apparel, and Love and Life Catering. So, Mr. Lassane, tell us a little bit about how you got started with your businesses.
All right, quick story, man. First and foremost, I started with music first. That was my first passion. I started making beats when I was like 15 years old.
Right,
So before I even knew it, I was already an entrepreneur, at an early age.
right,
And the reason why I started because all my friends who's in the neighborhood, everybody, pretty much, Hemingway, the little area I'm from,
yeah,
everybody knew everybody.
small,
You feel me?
right.
So, I know all the boys, everybody had a story, man. And I
Right,
knew that everybody outlet for that story. You had
right,
people who grew up in, you know, single household. Mother was on
right,
drugs. Following in and out
exactly.
the correctional facilities, and
Right,
so we all had a story from any other hood
right,
in the country, man.
right,
So
right,
yeah. So my thing was, I wanted to be, I wanted to help them have an outlet to tell their story, man. Everybody deserves a story. You know what I mean? So
right,
what I did was, I was always fascinated with music. So I
right,
started making beats as a hobby, not knowing I can actually make money from this. You feel me?
right,
Yeah. So I started making beats as a hobby. I got a copy of, matter of fact, and I'll tell you who put me on.
right,
Jonathan Caldwell, John Beezy. Beezy,
right,
Cuzzo. Cuzzo was the
right.
first one
Good brother,
I
good brother,
seen.
good
Yeah,
brother.
I see the first one I seen, he started making beats.
Right,
So being that I was in my Lucy house, every time I'm seeing John Beezy on the beats, I'm like, yo, bro, what you doing? So he's like,
right,
man, yeah, man, I'm making beats, B. I'm writing songs. I'm like, all right, cool. So I started asking him questions.
right,
Before I know it, one question turned into 10. 10 questions turned into 20.
right,
Yeah. So before you know it, he said, yo, Brian, man, you got to, you really can do this too. He didn't
right,
know that
right,
I already got the same beat machine, same equipment. So I'm taking knowledge from him to go back and, try to master my craft, not knowing exactly what I was doing.
right,
Yeah. So when I brought it back to him, something that I did and created, he
right,
was blown away, man. He like, yo, I didn't know you could actually make beats, B.
right,
I was like,
right,
man, you
right,
inspired me, man. So
right,
yeah, fast forward, now I'm back in Hemingway making beats in my mama house. You know what I
mm-hmm.
mean? So now I I said, I had one friend come over. He said, yo, B, man, I got a song I just wrote, but it's a to buy a beat it cost me $150. I'm
Right,
like, man, I got a computer full of beats. You know what I mean? So I let him hear the beats. He went crazy. Instead of him getting one, he said, yo, B, I want to rap on all 25 beats.
right,
Yeah.
right,
You ain't saying nothing, bro. So
right,
that led to me actually selling beats. I sold my first beat at 18 years old. Sold my first beat for $50. Something that I'm making, I made like in 10 minutes. I actually made $50 off. You feel me?
right,
So that led to me starting doing mixtapes for everybody in the neighborhood. Pretty much anybody, if you was a rapper in Hemingway, you either got a beat for me or I recorded you in my house. Either
right,
one of those two. Any
right,
rapper in Hemingway.
right,
So yeah, so I started with that, started making beats and started
right,
doing, mixtape covers, and that led to me actually
right,
teaching myself how to do graphic designs, taught
right,
myself Photoshop, and
right.
just I was a sponge for knowledge, man, and it never stopped.
Uh-huh,
Yeah, so the more I learned, the more I want to learn, and then
uh-huh.
the more I learned, then I realized I can actually pour value into
Right,
other people.
right. So my understanding is starting with the music, you know, it led you into becoming an entrepreneur of other things, or as
Right,
far as what you have going on now.
right,
Oh, okay. All right.
yeah,
That's cool. That's cool.
and it just and
So,
that journey never stopped, man.
right,
Yeah, it never stopped.
right.
Yeah. And ever
So,
since then, man, I just been hungry for knowledge, man, and just then
right,
then I actually learned what the word knew what actually meant.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So now
So
instead of me just making beats, I
right.
need to get this actually incorporated. I need to
Right.
get actually licensed in LLCs. You know what I mean? So
Right.
yeah. So I got a hold to that piece of information at an early age, and
Right.
just having that access to information, man. That's what we need as humans to actually free ourselves, man. It's
Right.
information
Exactly.
that's holding us
Exactly.
back.
Exactly right. So unchecked designs. Tell us what is that about? What does that business consist of?
Now, Unchecked Design, that's specifically my graphic designs company, where I actually do logos,
Right.
custom T-shirts, custom hoodies,
Mm-hmm.
card magnets, anything with graphics, I pretty much can do it.
Right.
So instead of me just making T-shirts for other people, then I
Right. Right.
realized I
Right.
can actually keep scaling this up,
Right.
and
Right.
that's what it's about. I
Right.
mean, just
Exactly.
keep scaling it up.
Right.
So yeah, so that led, and it all goes back to my goal to actually pour into people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I realized the more value you put in people, when you chase value instead of chasing money,
You'll make
you
you'll
win.
make you'll make the profit
You make the
eventually.
profit,
Yeah.
bro.
You'll
Yeah,
make the profit. And
yeah,
treating people good, that comes along with, having a skill, you know,
exactly,
a skill for business
exactly,
when you value people first, because
exactly,
the people are your customers. See,
exactly.
I had to learn that too.
Right,
That's a good tip. Good tip.
right.
So unchecked apparel is pretty much, it goes hand in hand with unchecked designs, or
Yeah, Unchecked Apparel. Now that's my actual brand,
right.
and the whole basis of that is I wanted to incorporate financial literacy into the clothing. I just didn't
Right.
want to just make a shirt. I want to actually make a shirt that's going to have a message that pretty much can teach you about financial literacy and still
Right.
look good at the same time.
Right. Right. Right.
Yeah. So I had a shirt
Right.
that actually instead of saying hustle, I had a shirt that said hustle and grow, and it kind of sliding into teaching them
Right.
about investing and financial literacy at the
Right.
same time, and it's kind of feeding the
Right.
candy, the medicine wrapped in candy. You understand what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right.
Yeah.
Because we need that, and it has to
Exactly.
be a message, and that's why I did what I did. And
Exactly.
yeah, so that nothing but a great thing, and like I said, another good tip,
Exactly.
for the people, and especially our youth that's coming up. I always
Exactly.
try to get them on the path to starting their own businesses.
Right.
Um, so the catering business is, my understanding, you and your wife, y'all are like kind of in that together, or
Yeah. Cause she come from a background of cooks. You know what I mean? Like her mother, her
right,
family, they just it's in them. You feel me? So,
right,
and she
right,
always had a passion for the health, and and understand and when she had it like it just went perfect together. She had the health, I had the wealth, and of course wealth health is
right. Together,
wealth.
right, right,
Right,
right,
right, right, right.
right,
So we came with the concept. So that's pretty
right,
much what we are.
right,
You feel me? Yeah.
right,
So she started cooking, just cooking at, in the kitchen, whatever, giving place to the community, doing her
right,
missionary work. So
right, exactly.
when I came in, I just, again, me want to scale up everything. You feel me? So instead of me,
Right.
I love taking a hobby and turn it into actual business when you can actually,
Right,
you know,
right, right.
yeah,
Because it's funny that you say that, a hobby. If you have a hobby, that's already an idea right there. You can turn that
exactly,
into a business, because it
exactly,
has to be something that you like. You know,
exactly.
if you're just investing and just going into business with just anything, and you
Right,
don't like it, you're gonna waste time and money. You know,
exactly,
you're gonna waste time. Then you have to start over.
exactly. And your
So
idea, you got to understand, like your idea, that's your IP, that's your intellectual property.
right, right, right. Already,
Yeah,
in
yeah,
itself. Right, in itself. In
that's
itself.
it.
Right, right. Um, so Um, so what do you like? What do you want to tell the people about uh you know financial hardship? If it doesn't matter if who's going through it or who's not going through it. At some
Right,
point, we all went through it or whatever.
right,
You never know if you're going to go through it again or whatever. But
right,
we just want to get the message out there.
right.
What can you tell them about financial hardship and how to get out of it, so to speak, is what I'm
Right.
saying.
The first thing I would tell we first of all, as us as a community,
Right,
we never was taught financial literacy. You understand what I'm
right,
saying?
right. We
Yeah,
was
so it's a lot of trauma that, and one thing I read that Charlemagne the God said, and shout out to the king. He said
yeah,
that trauma in the black community it became normalized, but healing was never normalized. So and we as a community, we have a lot of financial trauma that we got to
yeah,
heal from first.
right,
And it's basically it's a mindset. We've been programmed since day one. And like for example, now we've been programmed that you go to school, you go to college, you get a student loan, you get a job, you work that job for 40 years, you retire, then you live off the government. That's what they program us to believe. You feel me? But they didn't program us to understand taxes. They didn't program us to understand credit.
hmm
They didn't program us to understand investing.
hmm
Meanwhile, the dollar is losing value every day.
right,
You feel me? And it's a stat going around and say for every dollar you make, you already spent $1.25 on that because of inflation.
right,
So you make $4, you already $5 in the hole
right.
because your money is losing value every day. You feel me?
It's
So
already gone.
it's already gone.
That's it.
You know, so right now, being that we in this economic phase that we in right now, we in a recession right now. So it's a lot of things that they don't teach us, and if we continue to go down the same path and doing the same thing our parents did, that can't work in today's time, bro.
It can't work, man.
You can't work. You can't bring old traditions into new realities. It
It's
won't
a new
work.
reality, man. Really,
Yeah.
I'm telling you. It
So
is.
my
It
goal,
is.
man, what I try to do with the youth, that's why I'm so passionate about being a motivational speaker for kids and teaching even adults. I'm teaching financial literacy because like that's the real freedom we chasing. You need to chase financial freedom before you can, you know what I mean? That's the freedom that's gonna free your generations after you. That's what
Right.
you gotta have. We first gotta deal with that financial trauma. Like I'm gonna ask you a question, bro. Like, why is it that people, any people, this is no specific race, black, white, green, blue, why
Right.
we rather spend $100 on lottery tickets, but we won't spend $100 in investing in Apple or Microsoft?
Well, because it's like a quick fix. Is quick, And listen, even though we know in our minds that we may not win when we gamble, but we it's still in our minds that we might win. So
It's right,
you become that's what gambling is.
right,
Is everything is mental, but gambling, you can become if you don't watch it, you can become complacent and and you're gonna like keep doing it, keep doing it, keep doing it, and until you win. So when you do win, okay, well you're getting some of that money back.
right,
You made a profit maybe, but you're getting uh, a percentage of that money back. So you really
right.
didn't win all of that money,
You're right, because
right?
yeah. Because as a whole, you still in debt. You know what I mean? Yeah,
Right. Because of how long the time that it takes you to win that money and what you
right,
put in it. So
right.
really, that's a good question because you've invested into something that you didn't really get much out of.
Mm-hmm.
You got money and you're putting money back into it, but you're not. It's a difference when you're investing in money and getting money back. But it's not the same thing as putting money into a rental property or another kind of
Exactly.
business. It's not the same thing.
It's not the same thing, bro.
It's just all you're doing is flipping money back. You just
That's it. And but the thing about it, you flipping money at a loss, though.
yeah,
Right. Yeah,
yeah,
you flip money at a loss because the 80%
of the lottery tickets, as soon as you buy the lottery ticket, 80% of that it loses value because you're actually betting on emotion. Now, when you invest in like in the stock market or like you say, rental property, you're investing on data. It's a difference. Right. Yeah. Right. The probability of you winning that lottery, you got a better chance of getting struck by lightning 3 times than winning that lottery.
Right.
So and like I said, it's financial trauma because it's the idea that I got this actual lottery ticket in front of me. It's actual. But if I invest in the stock market, I can't physically see that money.
Right. Right. Yeah. Right.
Yeah, it's a mindset shift, man. We got to shift that mindset.
Well, you're right, because that's a good point, because that's what takes people away from investing in the stock, whatever, because you can't see it, and we weren't programmed to if we don't see our money being flipped, then we don't want nothing to do with it.
You don't want to do
See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right. So that's a good thing, but no knock, anyone watching here.
Right.
No knock on.
No knock to anybody.
You want to do what you want to do.
Right.
We're just, putting out the right messages here. That's
right.
It's your prerogative.
Just get the people options.
Right. Right.
And one thing about it that I actually noticed, even when I had an intro to investing speaking engagement that I did for for adults. Right. And man, you'd be surprised to like how many people really don't understand like what investing is. And it's cool, and I get it because I was the same way. But then when I first started studying investing, bro, before I even started investing myself, I used to get so mad. I'm like, man, why they didn't teach me this in school? But then when I saw the value of it, then I realized, I said, I get it why they didn't teach us this. Like, the lion will never teach the gazelle how to get away. The lion will never teach the giraffe how to get away. If the lion told the giraffe how to get away, what the lion's going to eat?
Right. Right.
Yeah. So it's a reason why they didn't teach us financial literacy in school. It's too powerful. And if they taught us this, we'd be at the same table with them. Right. With the 1% of the country, of the world that's,
enough to keep you coming back. But that's okay though, because I always tell people, a job, I don't depend on a job to change my situation. I do it myself. You got to do it yourself. You see what I'm saying? So it's on you. But still another good point and tip, and I always try to tell like young people, and like you said, don't wait until you get 30, 35, 40. Don't even wait till you get 25. You don't have to, because where we didn't really have that knowledge of it when we was coming up that age, they have it right there. Social media, the computers and all of that, the technology is there for them. When they come out of the womb, it hits them in the face. So get you a little job, open up a bank account, go to a credit union or whatever bank you choose. I don't, like loans too much, but it's a way to get started. And you build credit with the bank, and you build credit.
Right.
See, you got credit with the bank, and you build your regular credit too.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what I try to tell young kids. It's not easy. We all struggle.
Right.
Even with but that's a good way to get started. Get started now. Get started now, and don't get a jail record.
Exactly.
Try not to.
Try not to, bro. That's real.
Right. So man, we touched on a lot of things, man. We summed up a lot of things, man. So what's next? What's next for you? Are you expanding any of your businesses or whatever, or coming up with some new shirts, or what's next?
Yeah, right now we're working on another book. I just launched my website. For me, I realized that I'm really going full speed into the whole motivational speaking thing, man.
Right.
You know, I realized that like graphics, that's my passion. But when I'm seeing like how many kids come to me after I do a speaking engagement and they so inquisitive, they want to learn. And, you know, like you said, the kids now, man, they way more advanced than we are.
Right.
So they can grasp concepts like
that. Right. Just like that.
Right, just like that.
Right.
So now they asking me, hey, so Brian, what you think about Apple stock? Apple stock splitting. I'm like, you in high school? Why you know about Apple stock splitting?
I don't know nothing about that.
You know what I mean? So
now
I heard of it. Now I can I'm into it now. Like, all right, cool. Apple splitting. When the stock split, it does this. So now they're like, okay, I want to invest in stocks right now. Can I do it at 16? So you know what I mean? So it just leads that it showed me that the youth actually listen to us, man. And that you know that motivates me because you know the main thing we lost, man. We lost a lot of OGs in the community. The older crowd, they don't talk to the kids no more, bro. Like, yeah, so OG, IG. You feel me?
It's tough slaying, man, because the kids are like, you know, and listen, it's funny you say that because I think what needs to happen, and it's my opinion, is what I see. And a lot of us, even me, and even you sometimes, there's certain kids that you feel that you can't reach because of what they may be going through, you know, and you don't want to deal with that. Okay, let's try and reach the ones that we can reach, and maybe they can reach them.
Right.
If we reach them, maybe they can reach them.
Exactly.
Because maybe they coming from a younger peer as themselves, you know, they might want to listen because they may be in the same age bracket or whatever.
Right.
You know? So, you know, trying that, I think that's good too. And another way is to being on a podcast, speaking at seminars like what you do,
right.
You know, to reach them. You know, you don't always have to be in their face to reach them.
Right.
You can touch them. You can touch them from afar.
That's facts. You know?
So that's just how I feel about it.
Yeah, that's facts, man. You 100% right, bro.
Right. Right.
You 100% right on that one. Because we can't give up on them, man. You know what I mean? Like, because we gonna leave it one day, and we gonna leave everything to them. So if they do not prepare, if they don't have the knowledge, we failed them, bro.
Yeah. It's just, man, it's just had a lot of hardships, family hardships, man. People trying to get through it, man. You gotta give it to God, man, because one thing about it, we've all went through pain and sorrow, but we have to get through it. You know, that's why we're here. We're here, you know, we leave this world, yes, but we're here to live too.
Exactly.
You know, and that's what our parents want, you know.
And to me, like, that's my idea. That's real generational wealth. Like, people think generational wealth is just passing down money. Nah, generational wealth is actually passing down knowledge and information as well.
Information, man.
Yeah. Listen, the Walmart family, they didn't just pass down money. The Waltons, they 5 generations in right now.
Yo, and God bless her soul, man. My mother, man, she passed down profit, like you said. It was profit for me because the first thing she told me is, you can do it. That's profit.
Mm-hmm.
And that meant believe. You know, it gets tough because it's like when I, you know, come on air like this, I'm like, I mean, my nerve is up before every episode. You know how it goes.
Right.
Because it's time to do it again.
Right.
So you gotta prep. You prep. It's a different feeling from when you're on air and when you're not on air.
Right.
It's a
Yeah. Yeah.
different feeling from when you're at work and when you're not at work.
Right.
And that's your business, your regular job, whatever. It's just a different feeling when you're not really doing anything and when you're being constructive.
Right.
So therefore, I try to stay constructive, even though I'm not physically in construction
Right.
at the time.
Right.
So that's the jewel that I use.
And that's real now. 'Cause you gotta understand, like, the greatest asset that we possess is our time, man.
Yeah.
That's the
Right.
greatest asset. That's one thing you will never get back. So to me, real financial freedom is first mental freedom.
Oh yes, yes,
Yeah,
yes,
that's first. That's real.
yes,
The first mental freedom, and
yes.
having the ability to pretty much to own your 24 hours, to say, you know what, tomorrow if I don't go to work, I'm still good. You know what I
Right.
mean? Yeah, the bill's gonna be paid. That's the true freedom, man. Like I believe in me so much that I'm willing to, you know, how I say, fire my boss and start my own business. I'm investing in myself.
Right.
That's
Right.
that's the real belief. That's the belief that your mom had in you.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing you can't do, bro. Like you, the, the, the God that's in us, like we fueled by that. There's nothing that we can't do, bro. Your mind is amazing.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Because I just want to touch on something. And one thing, my big bro, my big brother, he told me one time. Uh, he said, "When you work, pay yourself." At first, I didn't grasp the concept,
Mm-hmm.
and I thought about it. I'm like, pay
So
myself. Yeah.
speak on it,
When,
bro.
and I looked I got stuck, and so he was like, "Well, um, when you get paid, put something away. It doesn't matter if it's a penny." I knew what he meant when he said penny.
Right, right, right.
Put something away. You're paying yourself. That way, like you said, it goes back to your comment. If you have to be out of work, you're good
Good.
because you put away,
Mm-hmm.
as we say, stash.
Stacks.
He said, pay yourself. And now I tell people that because when I under, like, okay, yeah, you're right. Always knew that because that's what I was doing. But just hearing him say it was like, what, so yeah,
And that's dope.
good tip.
And, the main thing about that one is, man, paying yourself first. That means that you setting yourself as priority number one. That's the main focus, and
Right,
that's important because we got the
right,
tendency, we'll spend our money before we even get it. When you get that paycheck, you already know, okay, I get paid on Friday, today Monday. You start calculating how many hours you worked already, how much that check gonna be. First thing I'm buying with my check, I'm going to the store, I'm buying the shoes, you paying everybody else first before yourself. You buy the new Jordans, you buy the new polo shirt, you got to pay a light bill, and before you know it, like, you the last person to get paid. But if you just shift your mindset and say, you know what, before I pay the light bill, I'm paying myself first.
right, right,
I'm
right,
good.
right. And you're right because 9 times out of 10, you can do it.
Yeah,
You can pay your bills and pay yourself. You
and pay
can
yourself.
do it because even if you have to not go that place this
Exactly.
weekend, you still paid yourself.
You still pay
It
yourself.
doesn't matter if you didn't go here this weekend. You might have stayed in the house the whole weekend, but you paid you,
Right.
and that should be most important.
That's
And
most important.
that comes with, like you said, making the better choice.
Right.
Nothing wrong with buying what you want, but you have to stash put away too. So, right, you're right about that.
You got to, man, because you got to understand, life is not if life happens. When life happens, something gonna come up.
Oh.
Is when life is gonna happen. That's real.
Yeah.
So
Well.
they say 60% of the average American don't have $1,000 set aside for an emergency right now. So if something happened to your car right now is $1,000, we won't know what to do. That's a big number, bro.
Yeah. Hey, man, it's like, especially, man, if you the only one that you got the load yourself, man, is
Right.
that, like, you know, especially if you got that load yourself.
Yeah.
Especially, man.
So you gotta invest in yourself, man. Invest in yourself before anybody else. One thing about us, man, we are the culture. We make every business hot. We invest in so much other people. Like there would be no Gucci, there would be no Louis Vuitton without us. Like, as a community, bro, we made Timberland what Timberland was a work boot. We took Timberland, us and the hip hop community, and made Timberland a fashion boot.
Right.
We made Timberland hot.
Right.
We
and
invested in all those colors.
They up the price on it.
Yeah, based on what we do, we are the research and development for America, bro. Every business we made hot.
Right. And then a lot of them, like, I don't know the truth behind it, but a lot of these businesses, they don't deal with a lot of independent business owners, like smaller businesses, anymore, which where they used to, like,
right.
You know what I'm saying? They don't do it. I got a little insight from somebody that runs a business, and they were doing some business with, a top name, and they kind of, we don't do that no more. Well, he didn't get into detail about what happened.
Right.
But but they can do that though.
Oh yeah.
Because they look at it as they're helping you. They already up the ladder. You see what I'm saying? So if they can let you go, so that's the same mindset of a company, your job.
Right.
They, don't get me wrong, they need you at some point, and at some point they'll replace you.
Exactly.
So
that's a fact. COVID showed that. COVID destroyed the whole idea of job security, bro. So many folks lost their job. They thought when it come down to it, like these jobs, they're gonna protect that bottom line. The first thing they do is trying to protect the bottom line. They gotta cut some people.
Right. Exactly. Right. So that's why we gotta come together, man. We gotta stick together, man. We don't have to help each other. We can help each other run each other's businesses by just information, like what we're doing now. I don't have to actually, be in your company,
right?
But we could help each other just by information.
Just information, bro. That's it. That's it.
That's it.
All we need is just a little bit group economics, bro. Like if let's say we take 5 businesses in our neighborhood, we got 5. Like, for example, you got your clothing brand, you got the hats, and you doing. First and foremost, man, salute to you, man, for what you're doing too, bro.
Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it.
So
more to come.
Let's say we got 5 businesses, right? Everybody got their own business,
right?
And what we do is all we gotta do is say, you know what? Every month, all of us get like an account, and every month each business put maybe $100 in that account.
Mm-hmm.
And at the end of the year, we take that money from that account and we support another black business or any business in the community and pour that money back into the community. And think about it, every other ethnicity does it. Jewish people do it. The Koreans do it. They pour their money back into their own community. Like, for example, the Korean dollar, it circulates in the Korean community maybe 20 days before it leaves out.
Right.
Yeah, that's why when you go to like Little China, that's why they have a Little Chinatown in certain cities. They got their own laundromat, they got their own dry cleaners, their own stores, and they spend that money circulates through the entire community before it leaves out. You guess how long the average black dollar stays in the black community before it leaves out, bro?
Not long.
6 hours. Other ethnic groups, it stays in the community 25 days, 30 days before it leaves out. Ours stay for 6 hours. So if you get paid at 5 o'clock, by 11 o'clock that night, your check already gone. It's going to Polo. It's going to Timberland. It's going to it's going to Hennessy. It's going to Magic City. All our money is making everybody.
Right. Exactly.
But we just pour that money back inside our community, bro. Just put it in the fund and just take that money from that fund and just buy the kids some bikes for Christmas or some book sacks. Your money go a long way when you putting value behind it for
Right.
for the kids in the community.
Right. That's how you get your blessing from upstairs.
That's how you get your blessing from upstairs.
Right. Exactly right, man. Exactly right. Wow. Man, listen, man, I'm really enjoyed this episode, man.
Oh man, I appreciate it, bro.
Yeah, it's been good talking with you, man. You got the viewers out there, I know everybody watching, and this is only to help us and to help them prosper.
Right.
You can't reach everybody, but if you reach one out of every 10, as long as you reach someone,
right.
So it'll get better.
Oh yeah. It's that domino effect, man. Right. Man. And the philosophy I like to use, bro, like if I teach somebody, or me and you teach one person, that person, like you said, that person can go to the place we can't go and teach.
Right.
And they end up teaching 40 people. It's 100 people that just picking off that piece of information we did and building on it. You know what I mean?
Exactly right. Exactly right. Right.
That's real.
Yeah, that's really real. For real. Right. Wow, man. So, man, how's the fam? How the fam doing, man? Everybody.
Oh man, fam doing beautiful, man.
Right.
Everybody doing good, man. You know,
yeah,
kids
man,
growing, man. You know how that go. They getting ready for the spring break coming up, so they super excited about that.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I'm just learning a lot, man. Listen, I learned a lot from you. Me and you, we talk when we get a chance. So
that, bro.
A lot, man. It's just it's been tough. We family. We lost some people in the last decade, man. It's been and I lost my parents, so it's been tough, man. Like it's been tough, man. It's just been tough. But overall, it's better now.
Right.
But there is no way to really shake that. You just gotta fight through it. That's it.
Right.
You gotta fight through the pain, man. That's it. You can't shake it.
Yeah, man.
So that gave me my strength. At the same time.
You a survivor, bro. I mean, that's why I got so much high respect for you, bro.
Right.
Yeah.
Same here, man.
Yeah.
Same here. You already know how we do, man. It's been a good episode here, man. Yeah. So what you got going on for Easter, man? Are you doing anything, any shirts or anything for Easter?
I got a few I gotta do for Jerusalem. You know what I mean, for the YPD department.
Right.
Yeah, so I'm doing a few of those, and I got a few to do for I think but not really too much for Easter. Yeah. Never too much.
Right. Oh, okay. Right.
How the business going?
The hats?
Yeah.
Everything's going good, man. I had some business to handle, as far as as far as my business, paperwork, all
Right.
that. You know how that is, man.
I know how that go, bro.
You gotta get when you get legal, you're not fully legal until you legal here, legal here, legal here, legal here.
Right.
Every aspect of the business has to be legal. See, I
Right.
didn't always know that.
Right.
I
Right.
learned, so I had
Right.
to do it. And there's more to come.
Right.
But I'm I'm secured, as so I can't get into all of that, but you
Yeah,
know
you
what.
good. You good with that. That's
Right.
off there, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. You know,
Yeah, I
because
know how it
people
is,
think,
man.
and listen, a lot of people know because they got their own thing going on too. But
Right.
for those who don't know,
Right.
a lot of people think, oh, well, it looks hard. Not necessarily. It looks easy. Not necessarily.
Right.
It's neither. You know, you just gotta when you're faced with what you want to do, face what face everything that comes with it at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Because you can't want something and not embrace everything that you need to do to keep it.
Right.
See what I'm saying? So
That's facts.
that's what I did, and you know, I had to okay, I had to get everything had to be legit, man.
Yeah.
Because I understand my name means a lot to me. Who I am means a lot to me. So I
Mm-hmm.
just didn't want to put anything on my name.
Mm-hmm.
I go about my name any kind of a way. You know how that is, man.
I know
I'm telling you.
Yeah. Yeah. What you did, bro. You made yourself the asset.
Yeah, I didn't want to put anything on my name, man.
Yeah. You made
Nah,
yourself the asset. See, you made yourself the asset instead of making the business the asset. So
right,
now anything attached to
right,
your name is
right,
gonna be golden.
right,
Yeah.
man. You can't put anything in your name, man.
Ah, man.
Gotta, it's gotta stand for something.
Yeah.
If you stand for something, that means whatever you're doing, it's gotta stand for something. I'm telling you.
That's facts.
Because your business, you created it. It is you.
Right.
That's you. Your business is your shadow, as they say.
Right.
That's you. That's your brand. This is what you done. It's all you.
It's all you.
People help along the way, but it's all you.
Right.
I listen. Very, very important people in my life right now. That's in business relationship. Very important people, man, that help me, bring me through, still helping me, still bringing me through, man. You know, I'm telling you,
That's
man,
love,
like
man.
for real, man. People, man, I couldn't believe the people that I didn't know showed the love, man. Like, and
Mm-hmm.
they taught me the business side of what I was doing.
Mm.
You know,
That's
yeah,
real.
man. I like to, thank you for, coming through, man. It was good having you on here, man.
I appreciate it, man. I'm glad to be here, bro. Anytime you need
Right.
me back, man, just let me know.
Yeah, we gotta do this again, man. We're gonna link up, man. To everybody out there, thanks for tuning in too. Uh, God bless you and good night, man. Hey, listen, man, tell everybody I said hi, man.
I got you, bro. You know what
All
I
right,
mean?
man.
Be careful out there, bro. Love you
Okay.
too, bro.
Yeah. All right, man. All right.
Bet.